Slowly getting our little place together here in Merida. It's a never-ending battle, really, with the weeds. I think these have been cleared. I arrived here August 24th, was it? There was a slight delay. I think I finally arrived on the 26th. We had to fly all the way back we were almost in Cancun, and there was something wrong with the plane and we couldn't land because of that. So we had to return to Toronto. And we were supposed to have hotels found for us and transportation and so on. They did nothing. Most people ended up in the airport. Fortunately, I was able to spend the night with a friend. Everything worked out well. And a friend I had taught with for years and hadn't seen in a while at the Native Canadian Center. So at least that worked out well, and I got to see my dear old friend. But when I arrived then here, it was quite a surprise. There was a snake in the window, a coral snake, which are quite deadly. And I had everything cleared here, all of the weeds. And I think, how many times has it been now? This is beginning of March. As I've said, the calendar on the bottom can't be trusted. That's not the right year and date. It's 2026 March. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this has been cleared, and now it needs to be again. This, the front of our house, has just been cleared again about 2 days ago. We've got to do something here with these. It's just so ugly, as you see. We're thinking of all different things. I'll have to visit a nursery and think about how, not that we haven't been, we have been, but you get an idea. We've got to put dirt down or earth, or some people put down tiles. Some just leave it like this and keep continuously weeding, but that's really not what we want to do here. This is the front yard, little space. And as you see, I'll pan up. Some people use it as a little garage. One guy has a shop up there, here. Not on this street, but around the corner. Someone has the front as a store. Someone has it as a little cocina economica. There are no tables, but you can go and get everything takeout. Your takeout food changes by the day. It's pretty good. She's a good cook, actually. It's a good idea. And it's good use of a small space, too, I think. Some people build a patio and then build an upstairs patio. Someone actually around the corner built a swimming pool upstairs over their ground floor patio, which I just thought, wow, that was clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. I wouldn't have thought of it logistically. I would have thought that weight of the water would have been too much stress, but it isn't. It's been there a couple of years. So what they did is build a patio down here, and then up on the second story, they outstretched the patio and built a swimming pool up there. So here we go. Again, time number, this is 5th or 6th, I'm losing count, that we've cleaned this. Part of it has been cleaned 5 times, not 6. I think this is the 6th time for the front here. So we're seriously thinking, what do we do with it? And we've talked about, I like the idea of the natural earth, but cleaning this once a month is a drag, and it's a lot of work. You can't do the whole thing in a day. These plants are tough. And also the plants attract snakes and bugs. So see, I'll pan over slowly, because on the camera everything goes a lot faster, even when you're trying to go slow. Side of our house, not much of a view, I know, but there we go across the street. The rain's starting again. It's just beginning, so everything that's so brown now will become green again shortly and quickly. But that's the forest there, and unfortunately, well, it's the snakes that bother me most, and the tarantulas aren't my friends either, or the black widows, or the red scorpions, or the other color scorpions. I'm not a scorpion racist. I dislike all scorpions and all snakes. I'm not a snake racist either. I just, maybe I am. I think I am. I'll go up a little bit. These are the clouds. They were calling for thunder showers today, but thunderstorm actually they said, but so far nothing. Again, the sky's always so beautiful, isn't it here? I'll come back to our front. And a little secret I've just learned. Do you see the stone? I don't know what to call it there in the front. Not an obelisk. It's not an obelisk. The little stone thing there, I guess, for lack of a better word. I only discovered that that's water that comes out of there. And that's public water. It's not our water, which I think is just amazing, and I'm happy for that. So that comes from across the street there, the Yapei water plant, which supplies all of the water here. Our other water for the house goes upstairs into one of these big containers, and it's heated by the sun. But this water is a little bit cooler, and well, right now, since I've discovered it, I've used it for the first time in my new washing machine. So here we go, and Joaquin's shy, so he doesn't like to be on camera, but here he is. Working on our front lawn. So yeah, I think we've decided we're going to put nice tiles down here. Maybe keep part of it and plant over here. I don't like to keep panning around on you, but on this side, putting in like an orange or a lemon tree, raising the wall here, and then here, right, we're going to pave this over, I think, and put a little top over it. You can see how other people have done it. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's just, and it can't be. It will be just something to keep the sun out and a place to sit in the afternoons, because right now you can't really sit here at this time of year. In November, December, January, even February, yeah, you could. But from now until the fall, it's going to be the sun's going to be too hot. So this will be a nice little place to sit. There's lots of gypsum here, and we keep finding these rocks that have, they're, well, fossils, like sea animals and clams, and something that looks like a fish in them, and then a fish with a long tail that I don't recognize at all. But these rocks are all over the place here, which is very interesting. And this is nothing. There's a path further down here, which I'll show you. Over there, that's how you go to the old Mayan ruins of Tisimul. And someone told me the other day, it's really pronounced Tikimul. A lot of people now are saying Tisimul, but that's the young people, but it's Tikimul. They say Tisimul doesn't mean anything. Tikimul are the old Mayan ruins here, but if you go there, there are just lots and lots of rocks. And that sounds like such an understatement. Hundreds of rocks with fossils in them, which, again, you have to see it to believe it. That's all I can say. But here we are. It's a nice, the heat's coming, but right now, in the evening, it's very cool, comfortable. There's a breeze blowing. It's sunny, but not overbearing. And that's a little presentation of what we're doing in the front of our house. Bit by bit. How many of you love yard work? Let me know. And you know, I do too, to a great extent, but not fighting with not fighting with it, which is what we're doing here. It's fighting with it constantly. And again, as I said, when we leave it like this, it attracts the snakes and the spiders and other things. Fortunately, right here, we don't have a problem with cockroaches. A lot of people do in other parts, but right here, fortunately, we don't. But you know, the snakes more than make up for it. And I'd probably rather have, I was going to say a cockroach than a snake. I'd rather have none of the above. Anyway, I hope that you're having a good day, everyone. And a little part again of our building our lives here in Mexico, in the Yucatan, in Santa Cruz Norte, outside of Merida.